Okay, so let's start with the easiest one. So Faith,
Uh,
Unholy Trinity is a new game
By George
published
Michael.
by no,
It's based on the
not
song by
him.
George Michael.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's I forget the developer's name. It's just one guy, but it's published by our friends at New Blood. Yeah, it's like an Atari game. Like that's kind of like it doesn't look like that because there's high fidelity pixel graphics, which is super. But that's how it looks. It looks just like really
the
simple Atari
developer
game.
is Airdorf Games.
Yes,
Airdorf.
Airdorf, just one dude. He traces himself for the animations. I've seen his process, so it's really interesting. Yeah, so it's just a horror game. This is the first game. You play a priest, and you're just trying to like de-spook a house. Um, and yeah, they're really good, simple horror games. Are really effective. They're simple and fun. But yeah, what makes them spooky is stuff like this. Like you'll be okay, like everything's simple, or you're just like going through whatever, and it's like, oh, I just got attacked. It's like this really high fidelity pixel guy coming at you. Yeah, they're super good. If you can handle like old school um Atari kind of walking slow, really simple sounds and graphics, to definitely play them. They're really good for Halloween. The story in
But
there is pretty interesting. There's a lot of reading. If you don't like to read, I don't know. Yeah. What do you
The
gotta say,
visual
Taylor?
style of this thing looks just badass to me.
Yeah,
what's
it's sick. What, Taylor?
no, I was just gonna say the animation is like this part, obviously the high fidelity single pixel. It just, I mean, it looks like it's traced. I mean, like the animation is very 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 solid.
Yeah,
And it's just so weird to then hop into this as far as the gameplay is concerned.
It
if you
looks
look
like
at his
the kind of animation that would have been in Atari or Commodore games back then, right? Like they were trying to.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the Commodore 64 version of HD 2D, right?
yeah,
It because it's one of those things that you would say theoretically this could be, except they would never be able to produce it at this frame rate. But it definitely would obviously be able to produce 6 colors or 8 colors on line tracing. It just wouldn't do it this well.
yeah. So, Faith 1 and 2 have been free on itch.io for 4 or 5 years. I don't know. I played them whenever they first came out. We've been waiting for Faith 3, the Unholy Trinity, which has always been the plan for it to be
Be a
a
Trinity.
Trinity release. And this new Steam release adds, all the cool Steam things like achievements, adds new endings. So the choices and things that you make according to like how many pieces of, so like you're kind of investigating a family and like a haunted family situation over the three games in the first game. Depending on how much you find within the house, within the forest, it can determine different things happening in the third game. The third game is substantially longer. Like the first game you can beat in like 30 minutes, second like an hour, third game's kind of 3 or 4 hours. They're short, but yeah. So he really did a lot of work to make them all more connected than they were prior. But yeah, if you go to his Twitter, Airdorf on Twitter, you can see videos of him reenacting some of the animations and him showing the process of how he draws over himself.
Oh, that's cool.
More like, I guess it's, what's the word? Rotoscoping is kind of
Rotoscoping, thank you. I was literally, I have a tab open trying to Google the word for rotoscoping because I couldn't remember it.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. I mean, it's not pretty good; it's really good. I don't know how much it is because I got it for free. But let's check. I say like $15 would be like a perfect. Yeah, it's $13.49.
Oh, that's
yeah, so that's like a perfect price. $15 is the base price. It's perfect for this game. Yeah, it's also New Blood, and they just do weird stuff in general. So always support them.